Onyx 1-2 Mike Oscar, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
Hello, Calm Cockpit listeners. Happy Monday. My name is John Niehaus, one of your co-hosts, and I'd like to welcome you to this Monday briefing. Now, I don't have anything specifically profound for this episode, but I did want to talk to you guys a little bit about just some of the things that we have available here at the Calm Cockpit. Obviously, you know that every other Wednesday is one of our main episodes. And you also know that every other Monday is one of these. It's our Monday briefing. Now, what we also have tried to do with some of our topics is create certain bonus episodes. And I wanted to take a moment and kind of highlight those and what are they and what have we done? Where can you find them? That sort of thing. It's important because think of it like the workbook exercises. So the main podcast itself is all of the wonderful information that we can try to share with you. And then these bonus episodes are things you can actually take into your daily life and use them as a tool. Frankly, I want to thank Geeta for putting these together because it is her expertise, along with some of our guests who have provided these wonderful things for you. For those of you that don't know, all of our episodes are, of course, streaming on any of the podcast platforms out there, whether it be Apple Podcasts or Podbean, which is our hosting service. They have their own app. Of course, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon Music, any of those places. But you can also find information about us and the podcast at calmcockpit.com. And Geeta actually worked really hard this last weekend, and she put together Calm Cockpit / bonus episodes. And she compiled all of the bonus episodes, gave you a really good description for each one of these, kind of gave you an idea of what they are. And again, you can take these on the road with you from any of the podcast streaming things. So let's go through a few of these. The first one, Want Great Sleep Tonight. So this is one that Geeta specifically recorded, and she kind of did it for me, if I may be so bold. And I was telling her about how on a long haul flight, we have multiple pilots and one of us gets to go back and rest for a certain amount of time, but the time is ticking. So when you're watching the clock and you have an hour and a half and you're trying to get as much rest as possible, she said that this might be an exercise that would be very helpful. And I have tried it and it works very, very well. So there's that one. We had one of our guests, Sarah Gilbert, come on, and she did in the episode, and we broke it out as a special bonus episode that you can listen to by itself. Exhale Your Stress, Breathing Practice with Sarah Gilbert. We love our guests, and Sarah was a great one. I would encourage you to go and check her whole episode out, but also take a look at this one. It does help kind of center you a little bit, gives you that relaxation, that deep breathing that lowers that heart rate, brings down that cortisol level. I know cortisol is kind of all the rage right now. Everything is trying to reduce that. So here at the Calm Cockpit, we're trying to give you the natural way to do such a thing. We also have episodes on eye health and vision exercises. Geeta did a bunch of those, whether it be training for acuity, near and far vision, and everything in between, using that same vision practice to provide you relaxation and rest. It's crazy how you can train your senses to provide that extra bit of mental, physical performance that can seep into your life in a very positive way. Training for the Mind, a guided meditation for focus and clarity. So that one brings in some things like controlled breathing and exercises on how to center via breath. And again, this is things you can do going into a stressful situation. So for pilots, things like that scary flight going into a place you've never been to before, or that check ride that you are nervous about, your recurrent flights, flying with a different person than you're used to. Any of these things, again, come back to the idea that if you are using these tools, you are going into the flight with a more prepared mind. Instead of spending maybe 20% of your brain power thinking about things that are not flying, you might bring that down to say 10%, and that extra 10% going towards the performance that you are hoping to achieve. So these are all things that are going to make you better. Resiliency Reset, a 5-minute nervous system tune-up with Lisa Danahy, another one of our guests. We had her last year in December. She was another wonderful guest, and she provided some of these extra bonus things. So encourage you not to just check out her episode, but also check out the bonus episode. And with all of these, they all have their own sort of social media and YouTube presences as well. And I would encourage you to go find those. Fly Steady, a guided nervous system reset for high demand days. I think that's somewhat self-explanatory. I think you'll be interested in seeing all of these. And as we move forward, we're going to continue to provide these additional resources, these additional episodes. So look for all of these. And if you have suggestions, we would love to know what you need. Oh, it'd be really great if there was something to help with, I don't know, anxiety attacks, panic attacks, stressful moments, times when you're just grumpy and you need to put yourself back in a positive attitude. All of these things are possible. And frankly, if we don't know what could help with that, which Geeta's pretty good about knowing those things, we love finding guests that are able to provide those resources directly for you. And another one of these, and I'm very excited and very happy to say this, one of our guests, Dr. Beth Wagner. She has a YouTube channel, Movement and Function, and she actually did another episode with us last year. And I will link both that episode and the video that I'm about to talk about. She created a video specifically for all of you, for Calm Cockpit listeners, and it's 2 vestibular tests and exercises that can help. So she shares science-backed strategies for proactive posture fixes. I think we've all sort of been stiff and just clenched in the cockpit before. And so this should help release some of that, allow a little bit of extra flexibility, fix that posture, make you feel better about yourself, about your flying, and everything increases. So simple in-flight reset routines. Also, practical vestibular training to reduce motion sickness and spatial disorientation. These are important things that we all want to have, especially for instrument pilots who maybe are prone to the leans or any of those other kind of spatial disorientation type of things. And it doesn't matter whether you're an experienced pilot or not. Sometimes we all have these things happen to us. So these are great exercises to be able to do this. And she offers clear, actionable guidance to help pilots reduce pain, improve focus, and support long-term career health. Dr. Beth Wagner, I cannot tell you from the depths of the Calm Cockpit listener and host base, we appreciate you so much. We thank you for creating this specifically for us, specifically for the pilot, all the pilots out there who can benefit from these kinds of things. So not just check that out, but I encourage you to check out Beth's YouTube page, sprinkled with all kinds of wonderful videos that will be extremely helpful for you inside and outside of the cockpit. Just wanted to take that time on a really beautiful Monday to share with you some of these extra things that we're trying to put out for you. And we've got some exciting things coming. Geeta and I have a lot of plans on ways of continuing to help all of you out in ways that maybe are not found in other places. So keep checking out the calmcockpit.com. See our bonus episodes at calmcockpit.com/bonus episodes. Find us on all of the streaming platforms. We do have a YouTube page. We need to get a little better on our own utilization of that. But you can also find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn at Calm Cockpit, sometimes Calm Cockpit Podcast. But we appreciate you all. We hope these things are helping. If you have ideas, email us at calmcockpit@gmail.com, and we'll see you for the next episode. Have a great Monday.
Airbus Air 1 departure is Airbus 321. Traffic holding crossing runway 33 left, clear to land.